What if I told you that some of the foods you eat every day might be secretly sabotaging your health? Excess carbs and sugar don't just lead to weight gain. They drain your energy, spike your blood sugar, and increase your risk of diabetes and heart disease. But here's the exciting part. You can still enjoy delicious, satisfying meals while cutting carbs and sugar to an absolute minimum. Today, we're revealing 7 of the healthiest foods that have 0 carbs and 0 sugar. And trust me, you won't believe what's at number 1. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're here to bring you the best health tips, one meal at a time. 7. Grass-fed red meat, a nutrient powerhouse for people with pre-diabetes. Hey there! If you're looking for something tasty and good for you, especially if you're watching pre-diabetes or diabetes, let's talk about grass-fed red meat. I'm talking beef, lamb, and even organ meats like liver if you're up for it. These aren't just any meats. They're packed with nutrients and can fit right into your life, as long as you don't overdo it. Unlike those processed meats you find in packages, grass-fed stuff gives you good fats and protein without any carbs, so your blood sugar stays nice and steady. What's so special about grass-fed? Well, it's got more of those omega-3 fatty acids than the grain-fed kind you might see at the store. Omega-3s are like little helpers that calm down inflammation. You know, that sneaky thing that can make it harder for your body to use insulin right. So, when you pick grass-fed, you're giving your body clean fuel and a bit of long-term protection. Now, let's break it down. A small piece of grass-fed beef, about 100 grams, or roughly the size of your palm, has some great stuff in it. 25 grams of protein keeps your muscles strong and your energy up, which matters a lot as we get older and especially with diabetes. 15 grams of fat, including up to 50 milligrams of omega-3s, weigh more than grain-fed beef to help fight inflammation. 2.7 milligrams of iron, good for keeping anemia away, something folks with diabetes sometimes deal with. 2.4 micrograms of B12, a must for your nerves and staying peppy, especially if diabetes has you feeling off. 300 milligrams of CLA, a natural fat that might help your body handle insulin better and keep extra weight in check. There's real science behind this, too, not just talk. A study from 2019 said that CLA in grass-fed beef could lower your chances of gaining too much weight and help your blood sugar stay on track. Another one from 2021 found that omega-3s cut inflammation and make insulin work better, super important for pre-diabetes. Folks at Harvard even said back in 2018 that eating unprocessed red meat now and then doesn't raise your risk of type 2 diabetes, unlike chowing down on hot dogs or sausages. The best part? It's easy to enjoy. Try grilling a steak with a little olive oil and some herbs. It tastes great and keeps things simple. Or toss some beef in a slow cooker with veggies like peppers and mushrooms for a hearty stew. If you're feeling fancy, lamb chops with garlic and rosemary are delicious and full of good stuff. Organ meats like liver are super nutritious too, just don't have them every day since they're so rich in iron and vitamin A. When you're picking out your meat, here's what to keep in mind. Go for grass-fed and pasture-raised. That's where the good omega-3s come from, and it's lower in the unhealthy fats. Skip the processed stuff like bacon or deli slices. Those have preservatives that aren't so friendly to your health. If you're watching cholesterol, leaner cuts are fine, but don't cut out all the fat. It helps keep your blood sugar steady. Look for organic and hormone-free if you can, to avoid extra junk that might mess with how you feel. Grass-fed red meat, eaten in moderation, is a real winner for staying healthy with pre-diabetes. It's full of protein, good fats, and vitamins, and it won't send your blood sugar on a roller coaster. Plus, it fights inflammation in a way processed or grain-fed meat just can't. If you haven't tried it yet, why not add some grass-fed beef or lamb to your meals? Maybe even give organ meats a whirl. Your body will love the energy, strength, and balance it brings. I promise it's worth a shot. 6. Leafy Greens, the ultimate superfood for blood sugar control. Hey, have you ever thought about how amazing leafy greens like kale, spinach, and arugula can be? If you're keeping an eye on pre-diabetes or diabetes, these veggies are some of the best friends you can have on your plate. They're loaded with vitamins, minerals, and all kinds of good stuff without piling on carbs you don't need. What makes them so great? For one, they've got a low glycemic index. That just means they won't send your blood sugar on a wild ride. Plus, they're full of fiber, which keeps your digestion happy and your sugar levels steady. And here's a bonus. They've got natural compounds that fight inflammation, that pesky thing that can make insulin harder to use. So, they're working overtime to keep you feeling good. Let's talk about what you get in a small handful, say 100 grams of these greens. Hardly any calories. Kale and arugula have just 23 calories, and spinach has 20. Perfect if you're trying to keep your weight in check. Low carbs around 3.6 grams, and most of that's fiber, so no blood sugar spikes here. 2 grams of fiber keeps your gut running smooth and slows down sugar from getting into your system. Vitamin C, kale's got 120 milligrams, way more than an orange, to keep your immune system strong. Calcium, 150 milligrams in kale, 99 in spinach, beats milk for keeping your bones solid. Magnesium, 47 milligrams in spinach, helps your insulin work better and your blood sugar stays happy. Potassium, 558 milligrams in spinach, more than a banana, to keep your blood pressure and muscles in line. Folate, 194 micrograms in spinach, is good for your brain and heart. And there's real proof this stuff works. A 2014 study said eating more leafy greens could cut your risk of type 2 diabetes by 14%, all thanks to that fiber, magnesium, and antioxidants. Another one from 2021 found magnesium boosts insulin sensitivity. Spinach and kale are champs for that. Harvard even chimed in back in 2018, saying just one serving a day could lower your chances of metabolic syndrome, that mix of issues tied to diabetes. You can toss these greens into just about anything. Salads, mix kale, spinach, and arugula with some olive oil, a few nuts, and maybe some chicken or fish. Easy and filling. Smoothies, blend spinach or kale with almond milk, a bit of avocado, and chia seeds for a tasty health boost. Soups or stir-fries. Throw chopped spinach or kale into a broth or sauté with garlic and olive oil, simple and delicious. Eggs. Add some spinach to your morning scramble or omelet for a hearty, low-carb start. Here are a few tips when you're picking them out. Go organic if you can. It cuts down on pesticides that might mess with your health. Pick darker greens like kale or spinach. They've got more nutrients than something light like iceberg lettuce. Store them right. Pop them in a bag in the fridge so they stay fresh and give them a rinse just before you use them. If you're eating kale raw, rub it with a little olive oil. It softens it up and makes it easier on your stomach. Leafy greens are a no-brainer if you're managing pre-diabetes or diabetes. They're low in carbs, high in fiber, and bursting with nutrients that keep your blood sugar in check and your body strong. If you haven't made them a regular thing yet, why not start now? Toss a handful into your next salad, smoothie, or side dish. Trust me, your body's going to love the extra help, and you might just feel a little peppier too. 5. Eggs, a nutritional powerhouse for blood sugar control. Hey, let's talk about eggs, those little gems you probably already have in your fridge. They're one of nature's best foods, full of good stuff to keep you feeling your best. If you're watching pre-diabetes or diabetes, eggs are a real winner. They've got plenty of protein, healthy fats, and almost no carbs at all. Why are they so great? Well, eggs can help keep your blood sugar steady and cut down on those pesky cravings, super helpful if you're trying to manage insulin or keep your weight in line. Plus, they've got things like choline and lecithin, which work behind the scenes to break down fat in your liver. That's a big deal since fatty liver trouble often shows up with diabetes. Here's what you get in about 2 large eggs, around 100 grams. 155 calories, just enough to keep you going without messing with your sugar levels. 13 grams of protein, builds your muscles, keeps hunger at bay, and slows things down so your blood sugar doesn't jump. 11 grams of fat, mostly the good kind that helps your insulin work better. Choline, 294 milligrams, great for your brain and liver health. Lecithin, 1,450 milligrams, helps manage cholesterol and keeps fat from piling up in your liver. Vitamin B12, 1.1 micrograms, keeps your nerves humming and your energy up, especially if diabetes makes that tricky. Vitamin D, 87 units, good for your blood sugar and strong bones. Iron, 1.8 milligrams, keeps you from feeling worn out. Selenium, 31 micrograms, a little antioxidant boost to calm inflammation and help your thyroid. And here's the good news. Studies back this up. One from 2020 said eating an egg a day doesn't raise your diabetes risk and can even help your blood sugar behave better if you're pre-diabetic. Another in 2019 found folks who ate eggs had lower fasting sugar and better insulin sensitivity. Harvard chimed in back in 2018, saying choline and lecithin cut down liver fat, perfect if insulin is a struggle. And in 2021, researchers said eggs won't hurt your cholesterol for most people, so they're heart-friendly, too, as long as you don't overdo it. Eggs are so easy to enjoy any time of day. Boiled eggs, a quick snack that keeps you full and happy. Scrambled with spinach, a simple breakfast to start your day off steady. Omelet with veggies, toss in peppers, mushrooms, or tomatoes for extra flavor and fiber. Poached eggs on avocado toast. Use whole grain or low-carb bread for a tasty, balanced bite. Egg salad with Greek yogurt, a lighter twist on the classic with no heavy mayo needed. Here are a few tips when you're picking eggs. Go for free-range or pasture-raised if you can. They've got more of those heart-healthy omega-3s and less of the stuff that stirs up inflammation. Skip the factory-farmed ones when possible. They might have lower nutrients or traces of antibiotics. Look for organic or omega-3 enriched eggs for an extra boost. Store them right, keep them in the fridge, nice and cool, so they stay fresh and safe. Eggs are a diabetes-friendly superstar, packed with protein, good fats, and vitamins, with next to no carbs. They keep your blood sugar steady, help your insulin do its job, and fill you up so you're not reaching for snacks all day. If you're not eating them a few times a week already, give them a try. Your body and your blood sugar will be glad you did. 4. Avocados and AMP, extra virgin olive oil, the perfect fats for blood sugar control. Hey there! If you're looking for some tasty ways to keep your blood sugar in line, especially with pre-diabetes or diabetes, let's talk about avocados and extra virgin olive oil. These two are like the dynamic duo of healthy fats. They're packed with good stuff like monounsaturated fats, potassium, magnesium, and antioxidants, all things that help balance your sugar, calm inflammation, and make insulin work better. What's so special about these fats? They're great if insulin's been a little stubborn for you. They help your muscles soak up glucose and keep your blood sugar from jumping after you eat. Plus, they're champs for your heart, lowering the bad cholesterol, that LDL stuff, and boosting the good kind, HDL. Here's what you get with them. Avocado, about half of one or 100 grams. 160 calories, keeps you full without overdoing it. 15 grams of fat, mostly the good monounsaturated kind that helps insulin do its job. 8.5 grams of carbs, but 6.7 of that is fiber, so you're really only getting 1.8 grams of carbs, practically nothing. Potassium, 485 milligrams, more than a banana, to keep your blood pressure and muscles happy. Magnesium, 29 milligrams, helps with blood sugar and insulin. Vitamin E, 2.1 milligrams, protects your blood vessels from high sugar wear and tear. Folate, 81 micrograms, good for your heart and cells. Extra virgin olive oil, 1 tablespoon, about 14 grams. 119 calories, adds flavor and nutrition without fuss. 14 grams of fat, mostly monounsaturated, 73%, cutting inflammation and steadying sugar levels. Oleic acid, 9.8 grams, helps with insulin resistance and lowers bad cholesterol. Polyphenol and AMP, antioxidants, protect your pancreas, liver, and blood vessels. Vitamin K, 8.1 micrograms, good for bones and clotting. Studies say it's the real deal, too. A 2020 study showed that eating more of these fats, like from avocados and olive oil, boosts insulin sensitivity and calms inflammation for pre-diabetic folks. Another from 2019 found avocados help control blood sugar and lower metabolic syndrome risks. In 2021, researchers said olive oil cuts LDL and lifts HDL for people with type 2 diabetes. And Harvard found in 2022 that folks eating a Mediterranean diet with lots of olive oil had a 30% lower chance of diabetes compared to a low-fat diet. They're so easy to enjoy, too. Avocado toast. Spread it on whole grain or low-carb bread for a hearty breakfast. Salad boost. Slice avocado into your greens for creaminess and extra vitamin power. Guacamole. Mash it with lime and herbs. Dip with veggie sticks instead of chips. Olive oil drizzle. Pour it over roasted veggies or salads for flavor and health perks. Cooking with olive oil. Use it for light cooking. It keeps its goodness better than other oils. Soup trick. Stir a teaspoon into stews for a nutrient lift. Here are a few pointers on picking them. Choose extra virgin olive oil, EVO. It's got more antioxidants than the refined stuff. Skip light or pure oils, they're too processed. Look for cold-pressed, organic olive oil. Less messing around means more goodness. Pick ripe but firm avocados. Overripe ones aren't as great for you. Watch out for processed avocado stuff. Some stores guacamole sneak in sugar or junk you don't need. Avocados and extra virgin olive oil are powerhouse picks for keeping your blood sugar steady, your heart happy, and inflammation down. With their healthy fats, fiber, and nutrients, they're perfect for pre-diabetes or diabetes. If you're not using them yet, try adding a slice of avocado or a splash of olive oil to your day. They'll keep you full, help your sugar levels, and make you feel good all around. 3. Mushrooms, the hidden superfood for blood sugar control. Hey there! Have you ever thought about mushrooms? They're not plants, they're their own special thing in the fungi family, and they're a real treat if you're keeping an eye on pre-diabetes or diabetes. Low in calories and carbs, they're a perfect pick for anyone watching their sugar levels. Mushrooms aren't just tasty with that rich, savory flavor. They're loaded with good stuff like B vitamins, antioxidants, fiber, and something called beta-glucans. All of that helps keep your blood sugar steady and your immune system strong. Some types, like shiitake, maitake, and reishi, even have a reputation for calming inflammation and helping insulin work better. Here's what you get in a small handful, about 100 grams, of plain white mushrooms. 22 calories, barely anything, so they're great if you're watching your waistline. 3.3 grams of carbs, mostly fiber, and natural stuff that won't spike your sugar. 1 gram of fiber, keeps your digestion happy and slows down glucose. 3.1 grams of protein, good for your muscles and energy. Potassium, 318 milligrams, helps with blood pressure and keeping your muscles moving. Magnesium, 9 milligrams, supports insulin and sugar control. Vitamin B2, 0.4 milligrams, gives you energy and keeps your nerves in shape. Vitamin D, 7.9 micrograms, in sun-exposed ones, helps your blood sugar and immune system. Antioxidants, fancy ones like ergothioneine and glutathione, protect you from stress and diabetes, wear and tear. Studies back this up, too. A 2021 report said that ergothioneine in mushrooms can lower blood sugar and fight off damage in folks with metabolic issues. Another from 2019 found mushrooms boost insulin sensitivity and cut inflammation for people at risk of type 2 diabetes. In 2020, researchers saw better fasting sugar and smaller after-meal spikes in mushroom eaters. And Harvard said in 2022 that the polyphenol and beta-glucans in mushrooms help your gut bacteria keep your glucose in check. They're so easy to enjoy, too. Sautéed mushrooms, cook them with garlic and olive oil for a quick, tasty side. Mushroom omelet, add them to eggs for a hearty breakfast that keeps your sugar steady. Grilled portobello, swap it for meat in a burger or sandwich, delicious. Mushroom soup, a cozy, low-carb bowl of comfort. Stir fry with greens, mix them with spinach or kale for a fiber-packed dish. Mushroom tea tri-ratio or might ache for a soothing drink with extra health perks. A few tips when you're picking them. Go for organic if you can. Mushrooms soak up whatever surround them, so cleaner is better. Pick fresh and firm ones. Skip anything slimy or smelly. Look for sun-dried or sun-exposed mushrooms. They've got more vitamin D. Avoid canned ones with extra salt or preservatives. Fresh or frozen keeps the good stuff intact. Try reishi, shiitake, or might ache for a health boost. They're extra special for your immune system and metabolism. Mushrooms are a low-calorie, nutrient-packed gem for anyone with pre-diabetes or diabetes. They fight inflammation, help insulin work better, and give you vitamins without budging your blood sugar. If you're not eating them yet, toss them into your meals a few times a week, sautéed, grilled, or in a soup. Your body will love the natural support they bring. 2. Wild-caught salmon and amp. Fatty fish, the best protein for blood sugar control. Hey there! If you're keeping an eye on pre-diabetes or diabetes, let me tell you about wild-caught fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. Adding these to your meals is one of the smartest moves you can make. They've got practically no carbs, tons of top-notch protein, and they're bursting with omega-3 fatty acids. Those are the good guys that calm inflammation, boost your heart, and help insulin do its job better. One of the best things about these fish? They help fix the damage high blood sugar can do. Folks who eat them regularly have less inflammation, better insulin response, and healthier cholesterol levels, all big wins for keeping your metabolism on track. Just one heads up, try to skip farmed fish when you can. They're often raised with antibiotics, dyes, and feed that bumps up omega-6 fats, which can stir up trouble instead of settling it. Here's what you get in a 100-gram piece of wild-caught salmon, about a small fillet. 208 calories, gives you energy with a nice mix of fats and protein. 20 grams of protein keeps your muscles strong and your appetite in check, so no sugar spikes. 13 grams of fat, mostly the heart-friendly kind. Omega-3s 2,260 milligrams, fight inflammation, help insulin, and keep your brain sharp. Vitamin D 526 units, good for blood sugar and your immune system. Vitamin B12 3.2 micrograms, keeps your nerves and energy humming, plus helps make red blood cells. Selenium 44 micrograms, an antioxidant that supports your thyroid and cuts stress. Potassium 363 milligrams, helps with blood pressure and staying balanced. The science backs it up too. A 2018 study found that eating fatty fish twice a week lowered insulin resistance and inflammation. Another from 2019 said the omega-3s in wild fish boost insulin sensitivity and cut diabetes risk. In 2020, researchers saw better sugar control and lower HbA1c in folks with more omega-3s in their system. And Harvard said in 2021 that regular fish eaters have less heart trouble, a big deal since diabetes can make that a worry. They're so easy to enjoy. Grilled or baked salmon. Add lemon, garlic, and herbs for a tasty, heart-healthy bite. Sardines on toast. Pop them on whole grain bread or toss them in a salad, quick and packed with goodness. Mackerel stir-fry. Cook with veggies like peppers or broccoli for a balanced meal. Salmon avocado salad, high protein, low carbs, and full of healthy fats. Fish patties, make salmon or tuna patties with almond flour instead of breadcrumbs, low carb and delicious. Sardine dip, blend with Greek yogurt, lemon, and spices for a protein-rich spread. A few tips when picking them out. Go for wild-caught, more omega-3s and fewer nasty extras than farmed fish. Watch out for mercury. Salmon, sardines, and mackerel are safe bets, but skip swordfish or king mackerel. Look for sustainable labels like MSC certified to know it's responsibly caught. Check canned fish, pick ones in water or olive oil, no extra salt or junk. Keep it 2 to 3 times a week, plenty of benefits without overdoing it. Wild-caught fatty fish are a superstar for pre-diabetes or diabetes, loaded with omega-3s, protein, and vitamins that keep inflammation down, insulin up, and your heart protected, all while holding your blood sugar steady. If you're not eating them yet, try adding salmon, sardines, or mackerel to your week a couple of times. Your heart, brain, and sugar levels will be glad you did. 1. Pecans, the ultimate low-carb nut for blood sugar control. Hey there! If you're looking for a tasty, diabetes-friendly snack, let's talk about pecans. These little nuts are a real standout, full of healthy fats, fiber, and good minerals, all while keeping carbs way down low. Unlike some other nuts that might sneak in more carbs, pecans won't send your blood sugar on a ride. They've got what's called a low glycemic index, which is just a fancy way of saying they keep things nice and steady. For folks with pre-diabetes or diabetes, pecans are a gem. They give you energy that lasts, help insulin do its job, and keep your heart in good shape. Plus, their healthy fats and antioxidants calm down inflammation, that sneaky troublemaker behind insulin resistance. Here's what you get in 100 grams of pecans, about a big handful. 691 calories, packed with good fats to keep you satisfied. 72 grams of fat, mostly the heart-friendly kind that steadies your sugar and cholesterol. 13.9 grams of carbs, but only 4 grams count after fiber, so it's barely a blip. 9.6 grams of fiber, slows sugar down and keeps your gut happy. 9.2 grams of protein, good for your muscles and keeping you full. Magnesium, 121 milligrams, helps insulin and sugar control. Zinc, 4.5 milligrams, great for your immune system and healing, a big deal with diabetes. Copper, 1.2 milligrams, supports blood cells and fights stress. Vitamin E, 1.4 milligrams, protects your blood vessels from wear and tear. Studies say it's true. A 2020 report found that eating a handful of nuts daily boosted insulin sensitivity and lowered fasting blood sugar. Another from 2018 said pecans cut insulin resistance and stress in folks at risk for type 2 diabetes. In 2019, research showed nut eaters had a 27% lower chance of getting diabetes. And Harvard found in 2021 that pecans in your diet mean better heart health and less inflammation, key for staying on track. They're so easy to enjoy, too. Raw or roasted pecans, a quick snack that keeps your energy and sugar steady. Pecan-crusted fish or chicken adds a tasty crunch without the carbs. Pecans with dark chocolate pair with 70% dark chocolate for a treat that won't spike your sugar. Sprinkle on yogurt or oatmeal, gives texture and healthy fats. Pecan butter, spread it on low-carb toast or apple slices, yum. Baking with pecan flour, mix with almond flour for low-sugar muffins or cookies. A few tips when picking them. Stick to raw or dry roasted. Skip the candied or salty ones with extra sugar or sodium. Go organic if you can, no pesticides, just pure goodness. Store them right. Their fats can turn if they sit out too long, so keep them sealed in the fridge or freezer. Watch your portion. They're healthy but rich, so about 19 halves, 28 grams, is just right. Pecans are a low-carb, nutrient-packed treat that keeps your blood sugar steady, your heart happy, and inflammation down. With their fiber, fats, and minerals, they're a perfect snack or add-in for anyone with pre-diabetes or diabetes. If you're not munching on them yet, grab a small handful a few times a week. Your sugar levels and heart will be glad you did. So there you have it, 7 of the healthiest foods with NO carbs and NO sugar. If you want to burn fat, stay energized, and improve your overall health, start incorporating these foods into your daily meals. Remember, what you eat determines how you feel, think, and even age. Which of these foods is already in your diet? Which one surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join our community for more tips on living your healthiest life. See you in the next video.